My last stop this evening before dinner is to meet somebody that knows this city very, very well indeed. We're in a great location at the Hyatt in the Media Harbour, which is one of the many hotels here that also have event space.
We like to call ourselves a global village because the city is very international. We have a lot of international companies here, a lot of international visitors. Also, almost 40% of all overnight stays are from international guests. So I think a very important thing is that Dusseldorf is a very successful business destination. Dusseldorf has developed many kinds of industrial sectors and business sectors, and now is a capital, for example, for mobile technologies, for telecommunication, and of course for business services. So we have a great mix of businesses in Dusseldorf that makes the city very attractive and mainly attractive for international investors.
So you talked about some of the industries that are present here in Dusseldorf. Do you find that there's a correlation between those industries and the industry events that you attract here?
It's not only the business sectors located in Dusseldorf that are attracting conventions and trade fairs to the city, but also sectors that are not basically located here, but that have very strong footholds. For example, the printing machinery industry, medical technologies holding world-leading trade fairs in Dusseldorf. So this is also a mix of factors, sectors from Dusseldorf having influences on the conference sector and, of course, other industry sectors too.
While we've been here in Dusseldorf, we've heard it described as a village, and yet you've had events like the Eurovision Song Contest here. So it sounds like it can handle everything from small intimate events to the big events.
I think Dusseldorf is kind of smaller city in Germany, but it's very attractive for, as I said, for business. It's attractive for conventions and trade fairs. And the city is, of course, able, as you have mentioned, big events like the Eurovision Song Contest and trade fairs that bring more than hundreds of thousands of visitors to the city. So it's a very good combination of having smaller venues, smaller sites, and very attractive locations, and of course we can facilitate also the very big ones.
Is Dusseldorf proving to be a popular destination for both the convention visitors and business tourists and normal tourists?
I think for business tourists and business guests, Dusseldorf is quite attractive and well known, since Messe Dusseldorf Trade Fair Company has more than 23 world-leading trade fairs, bringing a lot of people into town. We have a lot of companies and industry sectors that have their annual conventions and events in Dusseldorf. So among business tourists and business travelers, Dusseldorf is quite popular. And also for tourists, the city becomes more and more interesting. In the last 7 years, we could increase our overnight stays with tourists to almost 4 million, coming from 2.7 million, which is, I think, a proof that more and more tourists like to come to Dusseldorf and enjoy the beautiful city.
And with convention visitors coming into the city, they can then help you promote the city by telling other people, and you can have different types of visitors coming back.
Yes, we know that people coming to trade fairs and conventions are potentially guests for the city, so we try everything to make their stay comfortable, to make their stay pleasant. The organizers of city marketing and all the other service providers organize great programs for the business tourists, so the business guests, so that they might like to come back in the future as a tourist.
Looking to the future now for Dusseldorf, what's happening in terms of further development to make the city even greater?
Dusseldorf is targeting future industries and innovative industries, such as the mobile sector. We have a campaign promoting Dusseldorf as mobile capital, and this is a very interesting sector moving around telecommunication and IT industries. Another thing is that together with the Dusseldorf University, with Heinrich Heine University, we are working in the life science field in order to promote startups from the life science sector to set up business in Dusseldorf. Düsseldorf, and also, of course, attract international companies from these sectors. And, of course, internationally well-connected researchers and scientists at the Dusseldorf University help us a lot to promote Düsseldorf as a convention location. We try to work together with them. For example, the Convention Bureau and Düsseldorf Congress have a joint project with Düsseldorf researchers to bring congresses and events to the city. For example, the German Association of Pediatrics is holding their convention next year in Düsseldorf. So I think the university and other researchers are contributing quite a lot to promote Düsseldorf as a convention location also.
But you're not just working and promoting Dusseldorf, you're a resident here as well. So for you personally, what makes this city so fantastic?
For me, Düsseldorf is attractive because it is a global village and it is a village. That means that Düsseldorf is a city of short distances. Professionally, we call it a 10-minute city because it takes you 10 minutes to go from the city center to the airport and to the main station and to the River Rhine, of course. For me personally, Düsseldorf offers everything a big city can also offer. We have a very lively cultural scene in Düsseldorf with music and theaters, opera and everything. And on the other hand, you have many parks and many green spots and small bars and small restaurants where you can enjoy your life. That means, yeah, it's a great city to live in.
Well, it's certainly been our experience that it's not difficult to have fun here, so that's for sure. Once again, thank you for your time and for coming to talk to me about this great city.
You're welcome.